All right, guys. Well, I got a couple props, so bear with me. Going through and let me let some people on here. All right. So here's what it is. I talked, what was it, on Monday? No, I'm sorry, Thursday or Friday. And we talked about, and I talked about when I trained my firemen. Remember that? Talked about training my firemen, and the training that they got there was vital to their, and not trying to sound like, oh, wow, I'm just being upfront, because the more training I could give you before we got out on the vehicle accident scene or the fire line, whether it's a huge vegetation fire, a small vegetation fire, a house fire, trailer, car, whatever it was, the more training I get you, I could better your chances of survival. Took some not construction equipment, but so we had some partial ceiling collapse. Helmet saved me. Mask. This is my second one. Actually, kind of discolored another one because of the heat. Just protect your face. Of course, I don't tell these stories to the wife because she has fits. You know how spouses get. So this was my safety equipment. Now, is training always fun in fire gear? So this helmet probably weighs a good 10 pounds. That's without my breathing apparatus max that covers my whole face. I'll have to borrow one and show you guys one time. I had my jacket on before. You guys see me wear that. That's a few pounds. But let me tell you something. Right now, today, and I'm not complaining because oh, that's awesome, Ms. Collins. Tell him to stay safe. Because I know it's a lot hotter in Vegas and where some of y'all live, but in the Central Valley here in California, to put all that gear on and then to go fight fire is just horrific. The time frame you can actually last with all the gear on before you got to take it off and water down and cool down is about 20 minutes. We go on a rotation, but that's all you need. Now, do you think we train without all that gear? No, it's all on training. We train every week, almost every shift. I got the day shift. Miss Collins got tomorrow. Miss Catherine Williams got the next day. Dave Collins. So we're on rotation. So my point is, who likes to sweat their guts out and go train on something you already do? Nobody. Nobody likes it. But see, here's what it is. I didn't ask you if you liked it. This is training. Sometimes it's going to seem monogamous. Not monogamous. It seemed like this over and over again. Monogamous is what I am with my wife. Repetitive. Thank you, babe. So knowing that, we got to be here, because here's what's going to happen. I'm going to say something. Miss Collins is going to say something. Dave Culver's going to say something. Carolyn Baker's going to. Somebody's going to say something you've already heard, but it's going to click. And it's funny. There's stuff I tell my team. Some of y'all's on here tonight. You know who you are. I tell my team, boop, over the head, in one ear, out the other, like I'm talking to my cup. That's how it feels. Mr. Thomas come in, 2 seconds, I get it. I'm like, so not everybody gets it. So my point is with this is it's not about if you want to do it, because we all have a why. I'm going to encourage you to get your camera, because I got a lot of slides to go through with some good information that's going to help you in situations. It's going to be easier for you to take pictures and then put your notes in than it is to try and take notes on everything. That makes sense, everybody? I want to tell you up front. Get your cameras out. But we got to train. Be patient with it and continue to learn, because what's going to happen is, like I have off and on a billionaire mentor. So Virgil always had me read a book. This is the book we're going to be talking about tonight. Exactly What to Say. Everybody got it? Exactly What to Say. mandatory. Got it? Now, here's what's crazy. I was an SVP doing some training, and I saw this book on his shelf behind him. And there's reasons they do that stuff. So I wrote it down and checked it out. It is money. A lot of us get caught up in words, problem with closing, problem with edifying, problems with everything. If you start to learn your English language and the words and the psychology behind a lot of it, it's going to put you better in the long run. Everyone always thinks it's sales. It's not sales. It's how you carry your conversation. Like we talked about. You all remember when we talked about when we went up to Tahoe? Remember that? We went to Tahoe. This is all about how to answer people. Pick what you like best. And read it over again till you know it. That's the point, till you know it. Because out there in the world, people don't always use it when they should. You would think someone at a Mercedes dealership would know how to sell somebody. It's Mercedes. Rose looking for a new car. We went to Mercedes dealership. All the guy wants, what do I got to do to get you in this? What do I get? It was like, didn't try to sell her, didn't follow up with her, didn't call her at home, didn't call her when she left. It was a pleasure. Nothing. He didn't make it anything about her. Nothing at all. Guess what she didn't get? Mercedes. She walked across the street, talked to the Lexus people. The Lexus were trying to figure out what was best for her, calling her on the phone. Like every couple hours, like, hey, we figured something else out. Would this work for you? Will this work for you? Will this work for you? Guess what she drives now? A Lexus. Guess who can't fit in the little tiny Lexus? Me. I hate that car, but it does ride nice. It is pretty cool. So it's all about how you carry it. So it's how you talk to people. So here's another one. So did anybody else give blood? Okay. Rose likes to give blood. They tried to kill me, so I don't go down there anymore. That's how I feel. But here's what they do. They call, and she puts it on speakerphone. She's like, hello? Hello, Miss Guerrero. This is the blood bank. We want to tell you thank you so much for the blood you've given in the past. The lives that it helped and saved is unbelievable. They're carrying this conversation, and I'm listening to it. I'm like, you didn't save no dang lives. What are you talking about? But they tell this story. Everything that you've done in the past has helped so many people. It's so amazing. And there's such a need for blood now. What day's better for you? Tuesday or Thursday? And they won't call her until she goes down and gives blood. So guess where we were yesterday? Down giving blood. But it's the persistence. Most of us don't follow through 3 times, let alone 2. So change all that. And this book's going to help you. The stuff I'm going to go through right now is going to help you. All right, you guys ready for this? I told you, I'm telling you, listen to what I'm telling you. If you put this into action, this will change how your business grows. All right, I'm going to share a little screen share right here. All right, I can see someone shaking their head. Can you guys see this okay? Okay, let me make it big. So, exactly what to say is the book. Got it? The magic words of influence and their impact. Here's what's crazy. And to me, fireman, oh, that's a stupid word. But the impact it has on others that you talk about. I'm going to go over some stuff. I'm going to say, and it's just like, okay, has anybody ever heard this? The word but. Can you imagine me on a vehicle accident scene? Miss Collins just been in a big wreck. She's laying there. We've got her on the backboard. We've got all her wounds covered, bandaged. And if she had any breaks, we've got them all set up. So all this mobile. So she's set. She looks at me and she goes, sir, how am I doing? Well, we got all the bleeding stopped and everything looks good, but how would you feel? How would you feel, Miss Collins? But what? So you're not going to remember anything I said before that. I'm not sure. That's why, look at it. I'm not sure if it's for you, but you're catching this? This is about your business. I'm not sure. This is the easiest approach for those fearful of rejection. This is your prospects. See, your subconscious brain hears, there's no pressure here because I got the but. I got a way out. It might not be for me. He or she already told me that. Now, they wonder what it is. Curiosity, what? Is your friend. It kills the cat. Curiosity kills the cat. Okay? Tell them a decision needs to be made. Tell them a decision needs to be made with pressure. I can't see this here. Hold on a second. All your guys' pretty faces are right there. There we go. With no pressure. There's no pressure at all. Okay? And it simplifies it for them. See, the real magic is in the word but. Like I said, Miss Collins. I could have told her, oh, Miss Collins, everything's going to be great. But she didn't hear anything I said before that word. And these people don't either. I'm not sure if it's for you, but now curiosity kicks in. Their little voice says, see, this is subconscious. The little voice inside their head tells them, you might want to take a look at this. Okay? Here's what I said last night. And I apologize for not being on the call, but last night was the only time when we could get a guy on a PBZ. So we were doing a PBZ last night. So right now, I think it was on box 4. This guy, so, oh, hello. And he doesn't even have his face on there. Sir, okay, I'll ask a lot of questions and this, that. I said, well, I'll probably answer them all by the time I get finished with all this. So you want to hold on? He says, well, no, hey, look, this isn't for me. I'm too busy, blah, blah, blah. I said, look, I understand, but could you take a look at this? And now, but if you could take a look at this, and then you will know where you can refer people to your friend Dante. He goes, oh yeah, cool, okay. From, I don't want to see it. I don't have time for business. I don't want to do any of this. A few boxes later, he says, look, I got to go. I'm at a party, but I am interested in this. And I'm like, really? You just told me 2 minutes ago you weren't interested. The word but. Can you do, I understand it, but can you take a look at this and just, now you're going to know once you see it where you can help your friend Dante out. But it works. That little voice. All right. Okay. Open-minded. Oh, did I go? Oh, I'm sorry, I escaped. Okay, now here's some examples. Here's where your camera's going to come in, guys. So here's examples. I'm not sure this is for you, but would you happen to know someone who's interested in making extra money? I'm not sure if it's for you, but we have plans on Tuesday evening at 6 p.m. on a Zoom, and you're welcome to join us. I'm not sure it's for you, but there's a promotion available for this month only, and I would hate for you to miss out. Examples. You can see Miss Catherine taking a picture, so go ahead, dear. Good? All right. So number 2, open-minded. See, people, and this is what's interesting, people actually like to know that they're open-minded themselves. Interesting concept. This whole thing with this book is like eye-opening. Now, using the words like, how open-minded are you? And I'm going to tell you, ask people this. It's crazy. How open-minded are you? Because here, this preface shifts from a 50-50 odds to a 90-10 in your favor. Are you guys catching the psychology to this? 90 to 10. If this was a table in Vegas to gamble on, we'd never get Mr. Thomas off. Just kidding, boss. I know you don't go gamble. Are you open-minded? Okay, now here's some examples. How open-minded would you be about trying this as an alternative? These are just examples. How open-minded are you about increasing your monthly income? Would you be open-minded about seeing if we could work together, Mr. Foster? Open-minded. Here's what's interesting. Miss Mary was there. Tahoe. This is the thing we got in Tahoe. Here's what's interesting. They talked about asking open-ended questions. Because if I go, Miss Collins sees the business, right? And I'd say, Miss Collins, and that's what we always talk about. What do you think? Or we don't not what do you think? What did you like most about it? Because what do you think shuts it down. Does this look like something you want to do? That's a closed-in question. That's a yes or no. He's done. She's done. Open-minded, open-ended questions. There's power in this. This is what makes you better. We all have been trying to get Mr. Thomas to close our people on Wednesday nights. We should be learning this. So Mr. Thomas is icing on the cake with a phone call that says, hey, Miss Collins, I saw that you just joined the business. Congratulations. Welcome to the team. We took care of all that. That's duplication. What do you know? See, to influence others, we must be aware of how to control a conversation. Here's where a lot of us go off the deep end. I can tell you stories after stories. We have a business partner in the business, and he tells me stories of other ACN reps that tried to talk to him. I'm like, oh my God, you guys had a total different approach. Open-ended questions concerning who they are. Cost that person a business partner. Actually, more than one, because that organization is pretty big now. So, control the conversation. To regain control, move one from certainty of doubt or to doubt. Okay? Take away the doubt. Best way to overcome is not to win the argument. How many out there have to win the argument? Just kidding, honey. She's not there. I'm just kidding. But you don't have to win the argument. One of our mentors once told us we were having issues and trying to resolve things, and like, what have you ever come across this? And she's, Chris, you want to be rich or you want to be right? And I'm like, oh, suck. All right. And talked about how to deal with a certain personality. And it made sense. What's funny is we control the conversation. We control the business with him because of how we deal with his personality. And now knowing that, I kind of sit back and just kind of laugh. I'll see the wife will do it, or Sissy, I do it. And she's like, yeah, I saw what you did in there. But it puts us back in control. Okay. So controlling conversation. So instead, you must question the knowledge of the person's opinion and if it was founded. Simple. The goal is to turn a situation where other persons admits their opinion was based on insufficient evidence. Okay, so you're going to see, I go too far all the time. I have fat fingers. So here's examples of that. What do you know about us, our business, and the way we do things differently? What do you know about everything that has changed since your friend tried this? You ever heard that? Oh yeah, my friend tried this. Well, what do you know about everything that has changed since your friend tried this? What do you know about pyramid schemes? Anybody better ask a pyramid scheme? There it is. What do you know about pyramid schemes? Open-ended questions. Get them talking, because they'll talk themselves out of their argument. And you're no longer trying to defend your point. Does that make sense? You're not right. You're rich. All right. So here's another question. How would you feel if? See, the goal is to motivate someone into action, correct? So people are motivated by two things, either avoiding a loss or acquiring a potential gain. Pay attention to this right here. Those two things, a loss and a gain. People work far harder to avoid a potential loss. You've heard it on these calls. FOMO, fear of missing out. What's another one? One of them. FOMO, F-O-M-O. Okay, potential loss. People work harder to avoid a potential loss. A decision is always made for emotive reasons first, emotional reasons first. So if you can make it feel right, the rest is easy. Y'all, you girls know what I'm talking about. How many times y'all bought a pair of shoes or a dress or a top or pants because it felt right? Miss Collins. That's all, but it's true. But this allows the person to time travel to that moment. So we're going to show you something here in the examples. So be sure to use both positive and negative emotions to create a truth worth changing for. Okay. Okay. So here's our example of this. Just happened this last week. So this young man, he saw the business 3 years ago, maybe 2 years ago. Saw the business, and he just kind of like fell off the, not answering, nothing, just fell off, right? So our IBO calls him or texts him and says, "What's up? What you doing with your life?" And like, "Oh, just hanging out, doing whatever, got a new job." He goes, and Mr. Thomas knows him and knows how he talks. What was interesting, he told him, he said, basically, literally in text message, "You're an effing loser. If you don't change something now, you're going to be an effing loser the rest of your life. You're going to be broke and poor." We don't recommend it. You're right, babe. We don't recommend that. Talk like that to your potential IBOs. He wasn't even in the system yet. Here the guy said, Rose was talking to him. He goes, "Yeah, that kind of hurt." And he's a big dude. He goes, "But you know what? I realized he was right. He was absolutely right." So he called or texted or called Rose, and we just got him started the other day. Emotions, that fear of loss. You're going to be a loser the rest of your life. All right, here's our examples. So you show them how they're going to get started in the business and how they're going to grow business. How would you feel if this decision changed your life? How would you feel if you lost your job? How would you feel if this time next year you were debt-free, living in your dream home and planning your next vacation? You ever ask people those questions? How would you feel if you got started, we got busy, and we changed everything? How would you feel? That's an open-ended question. Let them talk. How would you feel if this was the opportunity that you've been praying for? I'm telling you guys, you need to know this stuff so you can practice. You need to get this book where you need to start with. So number 5, just imagine. Every decision is made twice. If someone cannot see themselves doing it, chances are slim to none they will do it. All right. So the goal is to place pictures in people's minds through stories. You know what they call this in the Bible? Vision. The phrase ignites the subconscious brain. You got that? This phrase ignites the subconscious brain and opens the image viewer, and it cannot help but picture the very scenarios you are creating for them. Here's your examples. Just imagine, Ms. Collins, how things will be in 6 months' time once we've implemented this. Mr. Foster, just imagine the look on your kids' faces when they see you've achieved this. Miss Mary Perez, just imagine the impact this decision could have on your life. Miss Catherine, just imagine pulling into the driveway in your brand new car. Now, think about that. What Mr. Thomas has told us before. Miss Natasha, close your eyes and pitch. What happened? You picture it. You close your eyes and you picture it. You picture in your car there, Miss Williams? That a girl. Miss Collins. Miss Collins is driving 2 new cars. But that's what we're doing. This is the guys. It's not just about there's a whole problem. We need to become better. Okay, number 6. When would be a good time? So you prompt the subconscious mind to assume there would be a good. See what you're saying? You're prompting the subconscious mind of your prospect to assume that there will be a good time and that no is not an option. The assumption acknowledges there will be a time when this can fit into their schedule. The direct question prevents people from telling you that they have not got the time. We didn't have any time when we got started in this business. So I tell people, shut up. We had no time. When would be a good time? All right, you guys ready for the examples? When would be a good time for you to take a proper look at this? Got someone who's hard to get a hold of, hard to get on the calls? Okay. When would be a good time to get you started? When would be a good time to speak next? Never leave a meeting without another meeting. Your examples. Number 7, I'm guessing you haven't got around to. You ever have those people? This is following up, guys. So following up with people. So it allows people to save face. It also prevents them using excuses. You see what I'm saying? So when you tell them, you go, hey, Miss Collins, how you doing? And just by your tone and your attitude and how you're talking, I can tell if you looked at the video or not. We all have, you can all tell. Is how they're talking. Right? So I'm guessing you haven't got around to watching the video, to filling out the information for your services, whatever it is. Okay? Now they will respond in one of 2 ways. Either they feel proud that they did what they here say it's not on you. You're not being a bug. You're going by what they said. Miss Collins, you told me you were going to watch the video at 2. It's not so. I'm not. So people think, oh, I don't want to be a bug. I don't want to ask them. No, you're basically holding them accountable to an extent to what they said they were going to do. So it's not on you. It's on them. Okay. So either they feel proud of what they did, they said they were promised, or embarrassed that they haven't, and make a new promise to put that right into fact and make it happen. Last night we had someone couldn't get on the call on this PBZ. Dude, I promise I'll be on the next one. It happens. But here, this is what's going to happen. So don't feel, I'm guessing you haven't got around to it, to watching the video, to whatever it is. Okay. Examples. I'm guessing you got around to watching the video I sent you yet. I'm guessing you haven't had the chance to talk to your spouse yet. That's a big one. I'm guessing you haven't got around to setting a date yet. These are examples, guys. This is what we have to be aware, cognizant, because we're controlling the conversation. We're trying to not direct a witness, but get them to make a decision because of what we're showing and what we're presenting them with those open-ended questions. Okay. All right. Number 8, simple swaps. After a presentation saying, do you have any questions? What? Now, this creates a subconscious to suggest that they should have questions. You see what I'm saying? We always have. So what'd you like best about it, Miss Catherine? Blah, 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 blah. Awesome. Do you have any questions? So I called someone the other day about ID Seal. So, sir, do you have any questions? So it's assuming the person I'm talking to now assumes that there's always questions because of it's subconscious. Got it? So change now. Here's how you change this. What questions do you have for me? This change of words from out of your control to completely in your control. Got it? So, Ms. Collins, did you get a chance to look at all the paper, the information? Awesome, awesome. What questions do you have for me? Okay. So instead it said, and here's another one. Instead of, can I have your phone number? Ask, what's the best number to contact you at? Let you guys catch up on that here. All right. Number 9. Did I skip something? Oh, wait. Was there? Okay. You have 3 options. You can help narrow their gauge or their gaze, reduce choices, and make it easier for them to pick. That make sense? Ms. Collins, you have 3 options. Now they're getting to focus. Okay. So the words, as I see it, you have 3 options, helps them through the decision-making process. Got that? You have 3 options. So as I see it, you have 3 options. You see how it changes? Now it helps them through the decision-making process. Now here's your examples. Now, as I see it, you have 3 options. First, you could look for another job, work on your resume, send out applications, go through interviews, and through the entire process of finding a new job, likely with the same kind of work for the same return you are doing now. Second, you could do absolutely nothing, stay exactly where you are right now, except that your current circumstances are as good as it gets. Or third, you could give this a try, work it alongside what you're already doing right now, and see how far you can go. How simple was that? How easy would it be to send something like that out to somebody? Have it in front of you and talk to them. I mean, and some people here look for another job, applicate resume. Some people say that they hate their job. I didn't even talk about that. You could, right where you are, right, the second one, right, and do absolutely nothing and stay in that job you hate with that boss you hate. Or third, but they talk about that. Talk about putting those examples out there for us to use. Okay. And that was that you have the 3 options. Okay. Number 10, there's 2 types of people. So the goal here is to create the statement that presents choice and then to allow the others to pick, right? This prompts a near instant decision. So we're controlling conversation. It causes the little voice in their head to wonder which one they are. Dang that voice. All right. Oh, a sec here. Oh, is that it? Okay. So examples. There's 2 types of people in this world. Those who leave their personal financial success in the hands of their employers, and those who take full responsibility and build their own future. As an employee. There are 2 types of people in this world. Those who judge something before they even tried it, and those who are prepared to try something and base their opinion on their own experience. Old drunk Uncle Joe on the couch, huh? Still living with mom. Wants to tell you how to live life. Number 11. I bet you're a bit like me. Now this helps about anybody to agree to just about anything. More powerful in a conversation with a stranger. You understanding this? Often results in other person comfortably agreeing with what you're saying. What, are we controlling the conversation again? Are we back in making things go right? I bet you're like me. You're a little bit like me. Oh, the guy's talking about, who's your football team? Oh, me too. You heard that? What did you like best about the business? Residual income? Oh, me too. You're just like me. Examples. I bet you're a bit like me. You hate watching trashy TV in the evenings and would rather work on something beneficial. A lot of people like that. I bet you're a bit like me. You're a busy person who's always juggling to get everything done. See, there are people out here shaking their head. And you're already in the business. I bet you're a bit like me. You'd rather work hard now knowing that we'll pay dividends in the future. People still shaking their head. The book's got more. See, the book's got, that's why you guys get this book. This book has more examples and we'll help you. Yeah. This is family day. So trying to add this all in. All right. Was that it? So we got to 11. So the book goes to 23. I'm going to show this to you guys. It's a simple read, guys. It really is. And no, my kids didn't get the book. That's both of us going through here highlighting. So it's a super simple read. 23 chapters, about 135 pages. Get the book. We need to start getting control of our own business. We need to start learning and going above and beyond, creating that simple system. How simple was that to use those things, to learn them? That's what this cheat box is for, is to learn it over and over again. Not everything on it, but just what you like. And then learn it. People get, these actors and actresses get paid hundreds of millions of dollars to learn a script. Learn your script. And I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Miss Collins, you learned, you were on the calls. You learned, and I'll never forget this. You learned the script about customers. A couple people filled in, and now you're over 200 points. You learned the script. Look what it did for you. She's going to keep using the script, and then it's going to be 250, 300, 350, 400, RD, RVP, success stories. But guys, we've got to take responsibility for our business. 7 o'clock. Let's sit. Well, I don't know. What time's at your place, Miss Collins? 12? So
quarter to 12. Quarter to 12.
Yeah, quarter till. Is that midnight?
No, in the morning. We're Monday morning here.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
She's got time to go out and get names and numbers. Well, not now. They're on lockdown.
We have to ring. We're in lockdown. We're not allowed to leave our house.
Yeah, God can't leave. But if she could leave the house, she has time. She has time to get on social media, do whatever. For us who live in the United States, if you're here in California, it's going to be almost 7 o'clock. We got time to go to the store. But my point is, do something for your business. We got to keep moving forward. We got to keep, if you're inching, you're running, you're jogging, whatever it is, you have to keep moving forward. Do this, stop sharing, so I can see everybody again. But that's all it is. That's how simple this is. That's how simple. Miss Sensationals in Florida, it's going to be 10 o'clock. You're off lockdown. Go to a liquor store and go prospect somebody. But that's what she can do. That's what we have our ability. Hey, Miss Foster, Mr. Foster, it's not even 9 o'clock yet at your place. You got time for 2 names and numbers. But that's what makes our business grow, guys. Okay? Get this book. Read it. I want to know. Text me. Facebook. I don't know where my stuff is, wherever it is. Let me know you got the book. Let me know what you like about it, each chapter. I'm going to tell you guys something. This is Virgil Klunder's a billionaire. And to get mentorship from him, you had to read, now it's 6 books, I think, but it was, at the time, it was 5 books. Here's what you had to do. You had to get a notebook, each chapter. And I'm telling you guys, each chapter, you had to write a summary of what you got out of that chapter. And then 3 things you were going to implement in your life out of that chapter. So this is 1 chapter at a time. And then you had to, I wasn't close enough, so I couldn't give it to him. I had to take a picture of it and text it to him. Okay? And I couldn't figure out, why do we do this? I don't get it. But here's what I found out. A couple books later, I got a small little notebook where I got my stuff in there, right? A couple books later, I was popping off information. Well, you know, it says in the book, boom, 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 boom. You know what it says here? And I was like, and even the wife, she's like, how are you memorizing all that stuff? And I was like, stinking Virgil got me. Trained me without telling me he was training me. It was retention. Read the book, one paragraph minimum of what you got out of that chapter, and 3 things you'll implement out of each chapter. Watch what it does for you. Watch what it does. Hold on a sec. Miss Perez, you got a question? Hold on, you're not.
Who's the author?
Phil Jones.
Thank you.
Since you asked, you don't have this book by next Friday. It's gone. It's on and crack.
Well,
I'm
I'm
driving
gonna get
Kalinga. We're gonna fight.
I'm gonna get it.
We're gonna fight. And it's on Audible for those who listen. Okay, but guys, that's it. I want to tell you guys, this in action will change your business. It will change it. You will be the one doing Wednesday night calls. I'm serious. When someone says things and it starts coming out of your mouth, like Mr. Thomas has possessed you. I'm telling you, if you follow this, I guarantee what it will do for you and your business. Guys, that's our firehouse training tonight. I appreciate you guys being on. I hope you guys are having a blessed Memorial Day weekend.